Hi everybody, welcome to Champion Trading. What we're showing you today, this is a little semi-automatic filling and capping system. Originally the unit is a tube filler. The tube filling equipment has been removed from it. It's an Arenco GAN-2. Uses the transport puck system. You can see right here the pucks are removable only when they're in the front part of the machine here. They have a metal piece on the bottom which allows them to stay in place in the bottom-up fill, which has a magnet right there to hold in place. It's a no-drip nozzle. I'm going to show you some of the features here. Now it's operating on 220 three-phase voltage, and we're actually feeding it at 208. This is your main line coming in. We're running it to our power source. There is a disconnect switch you see right here that provides main power to the machine, and also provides your 115 panel here, which has 4 outlets in it. These outlets can run the heated hopper as well as the 120 volt for the variable speed control on the hopper agitator. It's a liquid filled hopper. We do have a temperature gauge on it. And this is a heater. Since the process temperature is 120F, it doesn't need all that much. On the hopper itself, we've left a couple of arrows here, so when you assemble it, it must go back in this position. You'll see there is a clean out port right here. When you remove this cap, there's a plug in there, so it's actually comes right up to the edge of the hopper, so there's no dead zone for material to get in there. Well, you'll get a little bit of residual around the edge, but then this can go on there. You can connect a hose and you can almost clean in place right from there, was the original idea. Same thing here with the water in the hopper. If you're choosing to have to remove it for any reason, you may want to take the water out. So this little valve here, put your hose connector on it, put a hose to it, and you can drain the hopper. It's only a few gallons. We didn't measure the exact amount. There's a power indicator on the front. You'll see that when power is on. And of course, this is the remote for the TECO variable speed control. Operates variable speed in the unit. Right there, the 19.29 is the particular hertz we are running at, 0 to 60. So you're really running at about 1/3 speed right now. Inside the panel, we've made it as simple as possible. So your main power comes in up here at this fuse block. You'll see there's a little light on each one. Each one is a 7 amp fuse. Each line is separately fused. We left you a little box of their 7 amp fuses in here for some spares. There's also a spare contactor. This is for the motor. This is your 24 volt power supply. Of course, the AC frequency controller right there as well. What we've also done is added a fill switch right here. This little toggle switch will enable the fill arm you see here. So right now, even with product in, nothing would be coming out. The valve is not opening. When you turn it on, you'll see the blue power indicator come on. After the first stroke, it'll start by itself. So there it would be doing a fill with each stroke. You may want to use that. You clean the valve in place as well. With just hot water, and you can dismantle it as well. At the top, you'll see right here, that is the adjustment for the small no drip nozzle, which closes at the end of each stroke. A little panel up here. You hit the stop, it will stop the machine. It does coast for a little bit of a second. Now to start it, now you'll see right there it said LU on the screen. That indicates low power. So you have to wait for that to clear, hit the start, and then wait for your hertz come up, and now you can hit your run key. Now it does have a forward reverse on here. It does operate. The machine's not meant to run backwards, but if you hook up and you have the wrong order of your wires, which is any 3-phase system, you will not know until you hook it up if you have the right direction. You could do that. and going back around to the 110 volt also. So this is your cord for 110 power, and that'll power your whole box right here, where you can run your heater into there, your control system for the capper, which will require air to run as well. The capper is operated by the eye, which it sees a container right there with the lid on. And then of course it has a little control typical of all these photo eyes, which has a delay forward and back. We've set it to run at this speed right now. As you go faster, you will have to adjust the delay to time the capper into when the bottle stops to be capped. That's covering the existing size right now. Because it's a very difficult high torque lug cap, it gets to its clutch limit and it's unable to type it, so we're waiting for a screw cap on that. The doors also have safety switches. You'll see it stops right there. Same thing applies here. Once the door is then closed, you're going to see that LU on the screen. Let me get over and show that again. Hit your start button again. Wait for your screen to populate with the hertz, and you can start again to run. The valve is pretty easy to take apart. Just want to note what was where. Take some pictures before you do it the first time, and it will come completely apart if you have to dismantle it. But it's kind of designed to be cleaned in place, should that be needed. Try to keep the controls as simple as possible. This is meant to be a semi-automatic machine. This right here is, we have to loosen up this a little bit, is where your adjustment is for your piston stroke length. And we've tested with it and brought it up to its maximum amount. And we've noted here on the bottom, you see it says more or less. That little bolt you see right there, that controls the position of the rod right up to the piston, which you see in there. And you'll see the 4 bolts on the back. That's also removable in itself too. There's a little pop pin that comes out to remove the whole assembly. You want to try to get it in the fully back position when you do that. Oh, hard to do this stuff with one hand. You have an E-stop over here and another E-stop here. They will all do the same thing. There's your low power indication. You have to wait for that to clear itself. Then once you pull the stop out, you'll see the power comes on again. So, oh, sorry. Hit the start button first. Wait for your screen to populate. And you're back running. It's a nice little system, capable of turning out, we haven't cleaned these yet, you see some fudge on them from our previous testing. Probably can run beyond 30 a minute if you can keep up with it. And of course we have the kettle ready to ship, mixer on it, its own heating system. This will require at least a 20 amp circuit. The draw on the heater is 17 amps, which is why it cannot run off the filling machine. It will exceed the amperage. Of course, the one more, the variable speed control for the agitator should it be needed. It's a washdown duty Hitachi. Turn it on, it can go up and down with the keys to change your speed as needed. We hope this answers all the questions and shows how easily everything went together, and it will be ease of operation. If you have any questions, do let us know. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for joining us today.